Greeting everybody. Kenna medication here. Getting ready for transplanting. This is our water container. So I'm using over 200 liter, which is 55 gallon. I got another one here. This one will be if I run out of. Now we're going to transplant, so we're going to need, usually when you water the first time when you transplant, you're going to need a bit more water to soak your cocoa product pretty good, you know. So make sure you account for that. Here I'm going to show you what I put in my water for the first transplant. And because I'm recycling cocoa and reusing cocoa, so here what we use as a fertilizer. So first of all, I go with the 3 parts from Advanced Nutrients, and this is pretty good. It's a bit expensive, but good stuff. So you have the micro, you have the bloom, and you have the grow. Now when you mix them, you want to mix them according to their direction. Never mix your fertilizer all together in a container before you put it in the water. You always put one part at a time in the water, mix it with the water, and then add the other part. You want to start with that 3 parts from Advanced Nutrients. You want to start with micro first, so you're going to add micro first to your water, then stir your water. After this, you're going to add bloom to your water, and you're going to stir the water. And after that, you're going to add grow to the water, and again you're going to stir the water. So that way it get mixed together in all the water in your container, and also it doesn't counter-react on the other one. If you mix them together, it could actually cause a lot of issues here. So don't do that. Don't mix them together. Mix one at a time. Now I'm going to show you what else that I use here with my 3 part on the first watering when I do my recycling. Now I'm going to use on this, I'm using Sensizyme, which is really good for the roots. It will rejuvenate your root zone. Actually, if you have any roots left in your cocoa when you recycle, that's what you want to use here, because that will disintegrate your roots and use it as a feed, and will also help your plant roots to rejuvenate themselves. Usually you could use this stuff 2 times. I use it 2 times in the grow. I use it at the beginning when I water, and I use it in the flower, just the beginning of the flower, like I would say the 4th week, not the 4th week in flowering, after you switch to flower, let's say the 2nd week of flowering, 3rd week to flowering, then you're gonna add that. It will rejuvenate your roots and help your flower growing better. So for the Sensizyme, in 200 milliliter, 200 liter of water, 55 gallon, I'm adding 1 liter of Sensizyme in 200 liter of water. So I added 1 liter of this. After this, you're gonna add some B52. B52 is vitamin, the plants need it. It's a vitamin B supplement, and your plant will thrive with this. So then again, I will put a full liter of this in 200 liter of water. So that will help your plant getting the vitamin she needs. Silicate, sorry. That will help, especially in cocoa, because cocoa has no silicate at all, and it's not ground, and it has no natural silicate. So you want to have some silicate in the cocoa a bit to help the structure of your plant, membrane structure of your plant, to be stronger. So she's going to grow bigger stem and be able to sustain bigger buds. So you're going to use this in 200 liter. Right now I put 400 milliliter of silicate in 200 milliliter of water. I put 400 milliliter. And don't put this first, put it only at the end. Stir it very well before you put that. Make sure you stir all your other component in the water very, very good. And then you had, at the end, you had the silicate. So that's what's going to be for the watering. And you want to have that water sitting there for a couple hours before you use it. Make sure the temperature of the water is in between 65 and 70. Not more than 70 and not lower than 65, because if it's lower than 65, it's a bit cold for the roots. And if it's higher than that, it's too hot for the roots. So I would say 65 is the perfect temperature for the water. And here we put a lot of bubbling oxygen here and there, so it will oxygen the water at the same time, and it mix also at the same time. But I did mix before with a stick. Make sure you mix everything in between every time you drop any fertilizer in there. Here I got a water heater, so if I need it, I just put it in and turn it on a day or two before. I always set my water there for a couple of days, 3-4 days before I use it. It helps the chlorine evaporate. If you don't have any filter and stuff like that, it will help the chlorine evaporate, and all the hard metal will fall, and it will be better for your water, that's for sure. Also will be more warm naturally. So that's what we're using. So I'll give you a little, well, maybe we could do a little test here together to see the part per million. Let's take a look at how much part per million we're getting here in this container after we mix all of this. Oh, I didn't mention the 3 parts bloom, micro bloom and grow. I had it 500 milliliter in 200 milliliter of water. So 500 milliliter in 200 milliliter of water of 3 parts. Each of them you put 500 milliliter for the micro, bloom, and grow. Now we're going to take a reading of the part per million in the water here to see what we have. There we go. Okay. So we have, as we can see, we have 894 part per million in this container right now, which is pretty good for the first watering. That's when you're going to transplant your clone to veg. You don't want to go crazy, you don't want to go over that, because it's a bit, up to 1,000 part per million it's pretty good, but more than that it will be hard on the plant the first time, and she's small, and she's, so we got 894 here, and that's pretty good. So that's what you're gonna do. Mix all your water. If you have any question, I'll be glad to answer your question. The nutrients are from Advanced Nutrients. I'm not doing any publicity for them. They don't sponsor me. Nobody's sponsoring me. So come out from my pocket. So if you like what I show you guys, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. We got also a website, canamedication.com, where we sell the products. We have we're gonna have some fertilizer pretty soon in it. We have other stuff that you're gonna need for growing, lights, tents, all of this. We have that vaporizer, pens, things like that. We're gonna have that. We have that, and we're gonna have more. So anyway, take a look, people. Subscribe if you like that. If you have any question, no problem. If you have any comment, leave your comment. I don't care if it's positive or negative. I'll still read it, and I won't delete it. So hope you like it. We're going to show you the full grow. I'm going to show you a bit later while I transplant. And after they all transplant, set up, we'll show you how it goes every week. It's going to be the 818 headband OG, sour OG that we're going to transplant. So you're going to follow all that grow up to the end. So have a great day, people, and thank you for following. Take care.